100 Louisville firefighters fighting the 3-alarm blaze in West Louisville tonight. A large warehouse and a home on fire there. One firefighter injured, and power outages impacted hundreds of LG&E customers, all happening in this extreme heat. WHS 1119's Bobby McSwine is still on the scene at 31st and River Park. And Bobby, when did they get this fire under control?
Well, Doug, Battalion Chief Bobby Cooper says they got this under control in about an hour. He said it started around 8 p.m. Now, you can still see there is heavy smoke all around me, so if you are in the area, please keep those windows shut tight. And you might see an LG&E crew behind me working to restore power. There were more than 3,000 reported outages in the area earlier tonight, but now there are less than 200, so they are working hard. And again, he says this started around 8 p.m. in a vacant warehouse in the area. He says the fire spread to a nearby home and to an apartment building. He says the Red Cross is on scene helping with displaced residents. Cooper says there are no reports of civilian injuries. He says a firefighter was injured due to a downed power line, but he says they are doing okay. Now, Cooper says the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but so far they haven't found anything hazardous in the vacant warehouse.
We have reports that there were different materials stored in there. Nothing hazardous has been reported this time, just a large amount of content. So that was one of the challenges, is the amount of content, the size of the building, the heavy fire load when fire crews arrived.
Now, Cooper says crews got here in less than a minute because one of their fire stations is so close. But the large scale of the fire caused the call out to escalate quickly. He says more than 100 firefighters are on scene, and they called in reinforcements.
We called back yesterday's shift to come in and to be at our firehouses, to man our firehouses and have personnel at our firehouses to go out on auxiliary apparatus.
Now, Cooper says this investigation will be very lengthy. He says if you saw anything, you should call 574 LMPD. And it is the day after the 4th of July, but he says you should please stop setting off fireworks. We heard a lot earlier, and we heard some just about 30 minutes ago. So if you are setting those off, he asks you to stop so that firefighters are less burdened than they are right now.
Bobby, I know arson crews are there also on the scene investigating possibly what happened. Now, that heat index about an hour ago was still over 100 degrees. Did Louisville Fire talk about its impact and how they've been handling the heat out there tonight?
Yeah, Doug, it's very hot, and I can only imagine how they feel wearing those heavy suits. He says there are TART buses out here, and they can go and cool off in the meantime while they're out here working this scene. But I'm live in Louisville. Bobby McSwine for the WHAS 1119 on your side.